Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, the first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Devi Puspita Sari. I'm from IAIN Ponorogo University, and my major is English Language Education. And I made this video to fulfill my phonetic assignment. And then let's go to the material. Before we learn about voice and voiceless, I will explain about phonetic symbol. Phonetic symbol has two types. Number one is vowel. Vowel is, for example, in bahasa is a, I, u, e, o. And then the second is consonant. Consonant, for example, B, C, D, and etc. And then consonant has two types: is voiced and voiceless. And then the first, we can learn voiced. And in the voiced, has some symbols. In the first, d, d, j, l, y, n, z, j, th, p, m, v, w, g, ng, er. And for example, this yellow, yellow, and this one book, book, or brother, brother. And for example, another symbols in here is junior, child, pleasure, pleasure, the, that, hungry. The second, we learn about voiceless. In the voiceless has some symbols. These are p, 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 k, f, s, th, sh, ch. And for example, this one, book, book, book. In this, sin, salt, and other symbols. Example, th, thing, thing, three, sh, for example, show, show, fashion, fashion, ch, cheese, cheese, picture, picture. And then this one, so different. This one, this is and this is the, and this is the thing, that, thing, that. Okay, after we learn about voice and voiceless, now we learn about additional s in voice and voiceless. Because additional s is very important for us, because we tell about something, or we conversation with each other, usually we use additional s. And number one is as, is, as after voiceless expect ch, se, sh. For example, helps, helps. I'm sorry. P in here is belong in voiceless, and then S in here is S, and then we can read helps, helps, helps. And the next example is books. Why books? Because k atau ki in here is a voiceless, and then s in here is s, and then we can read books, books. And number two is as, is, z after voiced expect z, j, j. For example, dogs, dogs, dogs. Because g atau g in here is voiced, and then s is z, and we can read dogs, dogs. And the next example is calls, calls, calls. Why? Because l in here is voice, and s is z, and we can read calls, calls. And rule number three is as, is, or is after ch, se, sh, z, j, and j. For example, matches, 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 matches. Ch in here is belong in rule number 3, and ESRS in here is or is, and we can read mages, mages, mages. And finally, we have learn about voiced and voiceless, and I'm sorry for my mistakes, and thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.